We're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator. Thanks for joining us. I'm joined alongside Jordan Petrowski as we welcome you to this Section 3 SCAC Metro rivalry clash, as the Northstars undefeated on the season 5-0, taking on the 4-2 Baldwinsville Bees here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. So now let's get right into the game. Northstars again undefeated. They're led by, of course, Donovan Cheney and Adrian Sweeney. Adrian Sweeney, the Cuse commit, and the Lemoyne commit, Donovan Cheney, both have 14 goals on the season. But Baldwinsville Bees, they have definitely the attackman in Zach Bice, who's got 24 goals and 10 assists. So, Jordan, how did the Northstars contain Zach Bice here tonight?
Yeah, Dom DeViro, he has to stay on his game. He has 2 forced turnovers and 13 ground balls. If he's able to force some more turnovers and get some ground balls, he'll be able to help out the team. And same with Jack Putman. He also has 19 ground balls. So. Yeah,
Jack Putman leading the team in ground balls. And faceoffs are also going to be crucial, especially against Preston Cusimano, who has taken 104 faceoffs and has won 84 of them with an 81% face-off percentage. Compared to Jack Putman, now this is still pretty impressive, over 50%. He's got 62. So we'll take a momentary break as we get our national anthem. We welcome you here to the Northstar Network. Back after our starting lineups commence. As Putman and no doubt Cusimano for the draw. Preston Cusimano with an 81% face-off percentage this season, as his team ultimately gets the win there. So the Bees 4-2 taking on the undefeated North Stars. Now, the Bees do have a losing record versus the North Stars in their last 5 games, 2-3. But their last time against this North Stars team was a victory 15-8. So we'll see if history can continue or if this North Stars squad has improved enough to take down their division rival. Or let's see if the Bees can get back to 500 over the North Stars in recent history. DeVito rolls out right. Feeds it over to DeCesar, who looks to his left. Over for Bice. Now, fun fact about Zach Bice, not only does he lead the team in both assists and goals, 24 goals, 10 assists, 34 points on the season in just 6 games, but he was actually Beeville's goalie for lacrosse, or for ice hockey, as the Bees get on the board first. It's Alessio McGrain who knocks one in for Baldwinsville, and they're on top 1-0. So the Bees get the ball rolling, and it's Alessio McGrain who knocks one into the back of the net.
Yeah, you see he moves in, has a little bit of space, gets around the defender to the left, and he just gets it right in the top shelf for the easy go-ahead goal for the Bees.
And there goes Preston Cusimano again, their leading face-off specialist. Now, Bees did win it, but a good stop there on defense by the North Stars as moving quickly. It's Dylan Scammell. Flips it over the other direction. Here's Adrian Sweeney looking in front. Tries to connect with Cheney, the Lemoyne commit, and it gets broken up in the process. Now here come the Bees. It's McGrain, who just scored the last goal. Feeds it off to Bice. Back for McGrain. Got a couple substitutions as Lyman now with it at the 40. As we get a whistle blown here. It's staying with the Bees. Not quite sure what the whistle was for.
Oh, he loses it.
As DeVito's pass to Cicero nearly loses it, but he gets it back, and now back by the X. Tries to roll around the right side. Up top, here's DeVito. DeVito wanted to take it himself. And Samfier nearly got a piece of it, as that's going to be a penalty upcoming here on Putman. Jack Putman. I think a check to the head there against Nicholas Iano. So this is going to be a man-up advantage. For how long, I'm not 100% sure. We're going to get confirmation from our P announcer, Daryl White.
Yep, 30 seconds.
I don't know what it was called for. Looked like it could have been called for check to head or simply roughing, potentially, just based on the play itself. As that one ripped from the left side. It's going to be Iano, Nick Iano. As he rips one past. So Nicholas Iano rips one past Samfier, and the Bees go up 2-0 over the North Stars.
Yeah, that was just a crazy goal. It looks like he jumped, shot it over his left shoulder while turning, and he just gets it right into the net, beats Samfier.
So the 30-second man-up advantage the Bees capitalize off of. Putman looking for the first face-off win for the North Stars. It's eventually scooped up by Martosha. So here comes Webster the other way. Feeds it across midfield as wave back for offsides, but Cirillo dumps it off. Excuse me, that's actually Keelan Egan. As the Bees working with a 2-0 lead. Dumps it off to McRain. Scored the first opening goal for the Baldwinsville Bees. Moving quickly with speed, ripped that one just past the left side. It was Zach Bice, who's looking for his 25th of the season. Leads the team with 24 goals and is tied with Oliver Lyman for the lead in assists with 10. It's that one a good check across as the Northstar sticking closely behind. It's a good defense there by Wilbur. Trying to get his third forced turnover of the season. He's tied for the most with Dom DeViro and Aiden Samfier. Little stutter step from McGrain. Gets it back behind for Iano. The 2 goal scorers so far for the Bees. Iano feeds it in front. That one just swatted away out of the stick of Amadio DeVito. As here comes the Cuse commit, Sweeney. As he jogs down the sideline and puts on the brakes. Backs things up as the North Stars look to reset. Down 2-0 here, 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. Here's Quinn Empey, the St. Bonaventure commit, from the right side. Feeds it back behind. As that one just rolls on past. A fight for it at midfield. It's going the other way. Couple substitutions as Brady Collins sprints out as that one's ripped down low. A beauty from Zach Bice. He's got his 25th of the season, and it's 3-0 Bees. Unassisted goal for Bice. He's got his 25th of the season. As Samfier kneels down.
Yeah, you would have blinked, you would have missed that goal. That was just a crazy shot right there. He just stopped. He was running, stopped, moved back, and then just slung it right into the back of the net.
Put on the brakes after having nothing but gas. Just had his foot down on the accelerator. Just rips the brakes and rips one from long range as another face-off victory for the Bees. They've been controlling that center circle so far in this game, and I think that's contributing to their 3-0 lead. North Stars really haven't had much going on offense. They've only had one sustained attack, and that came up empty.
Yeah, Joey, the Bees have just been really stinging the North Stars defense, as some might say. They've been killing them in this offensive zone.
Trying to break the ankles of Samfier. It's McGrain. Now McGrain floats back. Dumps it off to DeVito. Rolls around right, gets past Murray. Feeds it off. But it comes up empty. This one ripped from the left side. I believe that's going to be Oliver Lyman as we get an early timeout by Coach Chuck Wilbur. So Coach Matthew Wilcox liking what he sees so far as he's going to talk to his team. Maybe he wants to change a couple things or maybe nothing at all. He likes what he sees. 4-0 Bees on top. Coach Chuck Wilbur going to talk on the sideline. We welcome you back after that timeout taken by Coach Chuck Wilbur. 6:07 left to go in the first quarter. A 4-0 game with the Bees on top. Bees as that's going to be...
And that ref just launched a flag about 500 feet in the air.
He didn't like that. So that's going to be on Cusimano as he's going to come to the sideline. That should be at least a minute. We'll see what they give him.
As the great Jimmy Ginsburg would say, Syracuse is looking for a new quarterback. Maybe these refs are the option. And I was about to say as well, the great Jimmy Ginsburg would go berserk over using 6:07 left to go.
I believe they're going to call him for a hold there. All right, they're actually going to only give him 30 seconds, but they're going to call him for a hold. Ref signal hold there, grabbed him from the ankles. Cusimano heads to the sideline. As here's Putman. One slam down. It was like a WWE match in the center circle right there.
Dude, I thought we were at a UFC fight.
As that one's just ripped in front, and an excellent save by Martosha. As now the Bees working with both the ball and the lead as Northstar's sending everybody against him. Against Zach Webster, as I think we get a timeout this time by Coach Matthew Wilcox. Maybe you just want to get some additional changes into the lineup. Maybe something he didn't like that he wants fixed. We'll be back in just a moment as Coach Wilcox and Coach Wilbur talking things over on the sideline. We welcome you back after that timeout taken by Coach Wilcox. The Bees, led by Coach Wilcox, but also assisted by Dylan Borkowski and Joe Fontanella. Bees on top 4-0, holding the North Stars to zip right now as that one had some zip behind it. A nice bounce shot just in front. Skipped past Samfier. As another one. Zach Bice gets the assist, I believe. Yeah, Oliver Lyman, so that's going to be his second goal of the game. Back-to-back goals for Lyman. And it's a 5-0 game in favor of the Bees.
Yeah, it's only like 4 minutes 50 left in this first quarter, and Beeville's almost running away with this game with 5 goals in the first quarter. The CNS really needs to start winning face-offs and getting back in the offensive zone.
Yeah, North Stars, again, undefeated so far this season. And, they've been dominant in most of their games. Only a couple coming down to final minutes are really close. Obviously, the first game of the season for the North Stars against Lowville was a close one. North Stars led the whole time, but the Red Raiders came back towards the end. It was 13-11, but the North Stars have outscored all of their other opponents, beating Vestal 15-2, 17-5 versus Henry Clay, coming all the way from Kentucky, making the 10-hour, nearly 700-mile road trip up here to Central New York. They also played Lafayette during their road trip, but North Stars taking down the visiting number 2 in the state, Kentucky Henry Clay Blue Devils, as that is snuffed and picked up by Samfier to minimize the damage on that attack. Samfier looks both directions. Fires the other way for Empey. who slows things down past midfield. Then puts on the gas once more, picks up the pace. Back near the X. Looks over to the left side. Here's Cheney. But they also handled ESM quite well, 11-3. And then 16-6 versus Bethlehem. So they've only allowed double digits to one team, and that was Lowville. And that was towards the end as well. Cheney on the left side loses track. Sun might affect some play here on the left side. It's definitely going to be blinding if you're looking the other way, as that one nearly a bad pass is a huge hit. As that's definitely going to be a flag against Cheney, but Donovan Cheney, what a check. We got to get a replay of that sucker.
And the guy that was checked currently down and injured.
Cheney with the huge check. So after that, it's definitely going to be big man-up advantage for the Bees. Now, from our initial look at it, nothing appeared illegal. It was a fairly clean check. No check to the head or any slashing of sorts. It was a normal check. It was just very hard. It was a very aggressive check by Cheney, showing the physicality and maybe some of the frustration from being down 5-0 to your division rivals. Again, the North Star is undefeated this year, so they could potentially be walking away with their first loss of the season. But they're playing a good Beeville team as Beeville stays good. They're on fire. As Ayano gets another one. His second of the game. So Ayano joins Lyman as both multi-goal scorers, and it's 6-0. Bees with the advantage. We'll see if Bice becomes a bigger problem for the North Stars later on. He's got one here tonight, but with his 24 goals. As here come the North Stars. Jack Putman eventually wins the face-off. Backs up to the 30, nearing the 40. As he slams the brakes. Now starting to accelerate. First gear, second gear. And getting into full drive. As that one's ripped top shelf as Cooper Hunter. He's got his 5th goal of the season. And it comes at a good time. North Stars were facing 6 unanswered, potentially 7 if Bees could score another. But so Bees 6 unanswered. North Stars unable to put together a sustained attack. And they've been coming up empty so far this first quarter. And finally they crack one through and end the 6-0 run for the Baldwinsville Bees. And it's Cooper Hunter who's going to be the one to do it. Fight for the face-off. And it's Cusimano who comes away with it for the Bees. No doubt about that. He's like Jack Putman's sister, Gabby Putman, who she has been incredible at Vanderbilt. She has the program record over at Vanderbilt for most draw controls in a single season. She also had the single game program record at Vanderbilt for most draw controls in a single game. So Gabby Putman breaking records left and right over. In Tennessee, right? Vanderbilt's in Tennessee. It's down south somewhere.
I'm like 50% sure. We'll stat check that.
It is in Nashville, Tennessee. Look at that.
Yep.
All right. So down south, Gabby Putman breaking all the records. That pass careens out of bounds, and it's Sweeney here to pick it up from behind the end zone. 1:04 left to go, so North Stars can use their full possession clock, or shot clock, excuse me, here in boys. As Sweeney crosses midfield, pumps the brakes. Backtracks, looking for Putman. Back over. Left side, it's Empey. Empey been a little bit more quiet this season, but still time for him to heat up as he rips that one down low, but an excellent save by Martosha as he snags that one from down low, as that one could have been deadly if Storia couldn't hold on to it. Backford to Caesar, who stops at the 20. Max tracks to McGrain. Goes full steam ahead, tries to thread the needle.
And he launches it.
And he just launches it with 3 seconds left, wanted to get it out of harm's way. Yeah, McGrain tried to feed the needle with Iano, just couldn't connect. So that does it for the first quarter of action. The North Stars were facing that 6 unanswered, and Hunter finally cracks one through to the back of the net. And it's 6-1 in favor of the Bees. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. As the North Stars trail 6-1 in the second quarter. The Bees starting things off with a 6-0 run as Cheney loses his stick. I don't know if it broke. Donovan Cheney's stick broke as James Collins and Cooper Hunter get ready to sub in.
Cheney's going all the way to the locker room. You don't really expect a lacrosse stick to break that easily.
I was going to say, I'm surprised they don't have extras, but I guess like you're saying,
it's not like hockey.
Right. It's not common. Anyways, Mario DeVito picks it up.
And it looks like North Star is at 7.
Yeah, they might be short-staffed here until Cheney is jogging back out. Iano slows things down, so looks like he was doing more of an etiquette thing. I don't know. As he did it once Cheney got back to the sideline. Is that one snagged out of the air by Samfier? So we get a whistle blown.
That was a good save by Sam Fear. He moves up so the shooter doesn't have as much room to get it into the back of the net, and that allows him to have a greater chance of saving that.
Yeah, as you can see, he just plays right through the ball. Instead of holding his ground and staying right in front of the net in the crease, instead he pushes forward, again, moves with the ball, and if you makes a play.
If you move up, that makes it really hard for the shooter to shoot, and it gives him less scoring opportunities.
Is that one ripped? And a nice little deflection save by Samfier as moving with steam. Full steam ahead. It's Dylan Scammell who pumps the brakes, backtracks, tries to get the ankle breaker and sneak past McGrain, but he's not letting up. McGrain keeping him out, dumps it off to Sweeney, gives him a lot of space as he pulled McGrain to that left side. Sweeney has plenty of space. He just miscalculates his shot. Gets a bad bounce, but the North Stars retain possession. As a huge scoop and save by Martosha.
And now the North Stars get a takeaway.
This could be deadly as, oh man. Battle for it in the crease. Couldn't come away with it.
They're going to give that possession to B, though.
So just under 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter before half. North Stars trailing by a significant margin. We'll see if the Bees can keep it up or if the North Stars can do the unthinkable. Well, it's thinkable. I guess it's medium thinkability.
Yeah, it's only 5 goals in the second quarter. It's
right.
definitely
It's definitely
possible.
doable. It's definitely doable. It's more, I guess, of the astonishing factor. Like, oh, you're down 6-0 in the first quarter, and then you climb your way back. That's more what I'm looking at. I guess the not even a miracle. Again, just the wow factor of it all is a huge save by Sam Fear.
Looked very routine for him. Barely had to move his stick right there.
Yep. As our producer's just reminding me, I completely forgot last year the North Stars played Beeville at Michael J. Bragman Stadium, and that was kind of our alumni game, if you will. Johnny Lisi was on the call alongside, I believe, Leighton Sullivan, Aaron Tarquinio, and Joe Seidman were also on the call for that one, and that went into an overtime thriller, and the North Stars won. I believe it was Adrian Sweeney with about 30 seconds or so left to go. We had that reaction video. Maybe if this goes into overtime, we'll have to put up the reaction cam.
Yeah, there was I believe 1 second left on the shot clock.
Yeah, and there was 30 seconds left in overtime.
Just a huge goal.
And Sweeney just ripped it from long range. I remember the game winner from Rocco Volano in my sophomore year. I did that interview, and that was with 12 seconds left as Sweeney loses it, but quickly gets it back. Gets some separation. Flips it over to Empey, who breaks a few ankles. Tries to feed it to Hunter, but eventually loses it. Gets it back. Feeds it over to Donovan Cheney, who rips it from the right side. And the North Stars are on a 2-0 run, 2 unanswered for CNS. And that's just textbook right there. And you can see, loses it, and he just flips it.
Yeah, he pitched it right over for Cheney, and he just slung it right top shelf. Just a great goal.
And the problem there is Bees gave Cheney just too much space. And when somebody like Donovan Cheney committed to Lemoyne, led the team last year in goals, you're going to see that. Yeah, if you give him too much space, he's going to rip it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't get caught in any traffic. I'm surprised it didn't get deflected elsewhere, but that was just a great goal.
Is that one a takeaway? Yep. I think they'll give the first forced turnover to Aiden Samfier, but it was Putman who came away with it. Here's Cheney, who just scored moments ago. Up top, it's Hunter. Hunter with the first goal for the North Stars of the evening. Here's Max Murray, back behind for Deinhardt. Leads the team in assists. Here it looks like it's Fifi, and that one, he tried to get his own rebound. Just couldn't get the shot off in time, and a couple good bounces, good deflections in Beeville's favor.
Yeah, he just passed it right to him. And
Cooper Hunter, and his flag is flown high.
Yeah, it was a late hit.
Was that? Oh, I missed it. It was right in between the pole here in the booth.
Yeah, he pushed him right out of bounds.
Who was it? Was it a CNS player hitting?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that should be on CNS then.
Yeah, I believe that was on Deinhardt. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one.
Didn't catch it. But it's going to be 1 minute for unnecessary roughness on Deinhardt. So
Beeville man-up advantage for 1 minute.
Yeah. 6:04 will go back to even strength. But right now, North Stars with 2 unanswered goals, a 2-0 run. After Beeville start this game off with 6 unanswered.
Yeah, Beeville is very deadly on this offense. They've been able to get a lot of even strength goals. All of their goals have been even strength, but if they have a man-up advantage, they can definitely get some more.
I think they did have one sprinkled in there that was an even strength, or was a man advantage. It was a quick 30-second one for the holding, I believe. Is that one fed in front? As it looks like it's going to be Nick Iano, and he's got a hat trick. So Nicholas Iano rips one past Samfier from close range. And it's 7-2, Beeville on top.
Yeah, Samfier wasn't able to move up in time to at least challenge it, so he was kind of stuck right in front of the net. And when you're that close as an attacker, it's very hard for the goalie to save that.
Yeah, when you're in close range, you almost have to, a little bit of a check. You got to force a turnover in front. Otherwise, when you're that close up, you get a lot of space. You get some empty pockets in front of the net.
And yeah, Joey, it all depends on the positioning too. It depends whoever's closer to each other. If the goalie is closer to the attacker, it's most likely to be saved. And if the attacker has a lot of room and is further away from the goalie, and it's a one-on-one, yeah, it just most likely a goal unless it's bounced.
As with that last goal by Nicholas Iano, that gives him his 20th of the season. The junior. As Bees working with the ball and the lead. Rolling out right. Back at the X. Looking for a passing lane in front. Rolls out left. Spin move is another big check.
And another flag.
The North Stars have been getting really chippy here tonight. They've been losing some discipline. We don't see these many flags in lacrosse usually.
Yeah.
It's usually a more physical sport, but the North Stars have gotten more physical than usual. I believe they'll call a slashing or a check from behind on the North Stars. Not quite sure who committed the foul there. 2 players were in on it. It was Nicholas Wilbur. I didn't see the other.
I believe that was Sweeney.
So either they're going to give a check from behind to Wilbur, or actually, looks like it's Dom DeViro. Okay, so they might call, I didn't hear our PA announcer Daryl White announce a reason. It's a minute against Dom DeViro. They could have called that for slashing. I couldn't tell. I saw Wilbur was had the check from behind, but he didn't really fully commit on the check.
Oh, that was dangerous right there. He would have had plenty of space to get a shot off.
Yeah, another man-up advantage here for the Bees. Last time they capitalized Iano with his 20th goal of the season and his 3rd of the night, coming just moments ago to give the Bees a 7-2 lead and to end this 2-0 run for the North Stars.
North Stars looking to just hold it, try and end the man-up advantage for Beeville, maybe even get a shorthanded goal.
So Iano capitalize off the man-up advantage, but this time the North Stars are going to hold off and have the penalty kill, if you will. I don't know how many terms translate over from hockey, but man-up advantage, you can call it a penalty kill. As Dom DeViro ready to check in. So man-up advantage ending right now as Dom DeViro steps onto the field. Moving quickly, that's Cheney. Here's Putman from the right side. Back at the X, here's Deinhardt. Rolls right, sneaks in front, and Deinhardt with the beauty. Deinhardt from close range. That's textbook right there. Deinhardt from the X, he floats in, does a little bit of a shimmy move, just sneaks past the defense.
Yep, behind the net. He gets around the first, or he tries to get around the first defender, and he gets stuck, weaves right through him, gets it right over the goalie.
Good effort and, good start to the box out from Brady Storia, but, you're facing up against a long stick, so that makes it tougher to start. And Storia, he's got his stick side right up against Deinhardt, and Deinhardt, he just almost pushes the stick out of the way. He just rolls right to the side of him, and he's just left by himself. It was a one-on-one there in front. There was a defender in the area for the Bees, but he had enough separation. Deinhardt rips one for his 8th goal of the season from close range, and the North Stars still trailing, but makes the deficit a little bit easier as another one ripped from long range this time. It's Dominic Summers, his 8th of the season, as the North Stars have opened things wide open. Back-to-back goals within, 15 seconds of each other. Max Murray, what a feed, what a find. As Summers just has a lot of separation. That's just great awareness from Max Murray, as Summers was just getting some space just at the moment he threw the ball, and it leaves Summers wide open from long range from about the 20, about 10 yards out. And back-to-back goals for the North Stars. 2 unanswered.
Yeah, the Bees just haven't been able to get anything going, and it's just been the North Stars. Is it a turnover?
As another turnover, there's Deinhardt again! Luke Deinhardt! He's got his 2nd of the game, 9th of the season, as he's responsible for 2 of the last 3 that the North Stars have put through, as this is all of a sudden a 2-goal game.
And it looks like he got hit by a stick after the goal, and there's no flag for that one.
Looks like he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he was a little slow to get up.
So 3 unanswered now for the North Stars. What is that, within 30 seconds of each other?
Yeah, that was just a quick sequence.
Either way, 30, 45 seconds. 3 goals within a minute. We can tell you that for certainty.
Now Beeville's going the other way.
And with plenty of speed, is that one thrown long range. Now, I haven't mentioned this yet on the broadcast, but what a crowd we have here tonight for lacrosse.
Yeah, this is a huge crowd. There's a lot of students. I don't see a big student section, but it is definitely a lot of students out here.
So with 3:30 left to go, about 3 minutes and some change, the North Stars have got this thing within 2. After struggling from the start versus Beeville, they were up 6-0 at one point, and 7-2 as of just recently, and now a 3 unanswered for the North Stars. That one just a little bit of a miscue. Don't want to see that when you're in this rhythm, but North Stars still got to be happy with themselves, having those 3 sequential goals within a minute of each other, or all within the span of a minute, I should say. But yeah, electric crowd here tonight, especially when we've, when the North Stars have been scoring, especially even on the turnovers. They've been loving it.
Yeah, the North Stars have only held Beeville to 1 goal this quarter, which has allowed them to get from behind and get close within 2 goals.
Yeah. This has definitely been a strong quarter for the North Stars. Looking to head into half. Maybe you got time. Maybe tie things up or even go in front.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Seeing as they got 2 goals in 30 seconds, it's pretty much possible.
Back for Empey, who's got plenty of space. Does a little bit of an ankle breaker, rips one from long range. It sails past.
Yeah,
Summers in the area.
It was like a rocket.
That can be deadly if it's pinpoint accuracy, but sometimes when you're trying to get a lot of speed on that, it's hard to be accurate.
Yeah.
Deinhardt feeds it. There's Sweeney, who tried to just flick it down from his right shoulder. It's staying with the North Stars, however.
On that last shot attempt, it looks like Beeville either deflected the shot or like held his stick down and like kind of hit it while he was shooting it, which allowed it to like deflect down.
As we get the final timeout taken by Coach Wilbur, you know, with reset of the possession or the shot clock here, you got 70 seconds, so you got enough time here to put together a calculated attack. So Coach Wilbur going to talk things over on the sideline. So is Coach Matthew Wilcox, as we'll be back in just a moment on the North Star Network. North Stars coming back from behind, trailing 5-7 with 2:14 left to go before half. We welcome you back after that timeout taken, the final of the first 2 quarters by Coach Wilbur, as he wants to regroup and calculate this attack.
Yeah, it feels like all these, sorry for interrupting you, but all these CNS and Beeville games, always thrillers, always close, neck and neck.
As it was last year. Here's Sweeney, takes it all the way as an awkward angle, but he fits it through. Adrian Sweeney, and the North Stars trail 6-7. Sorry, it's just you always you got to put the home team
acting like Jimmy
first.
Ginsburg out here.
Sorry, guys. I have to say it. It's the score, and the North Stars are the home team, so you got to say them. You usually say them first. And
now let's go back to the goal, Joey.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll talk about this goal. It was a great shot. He kind of like got it right over the goalie, right in the top left. And it like bounced right back down, and it was a good goal.
And it was an awkward angle, too, but he made it work.
I'm surprised he made it work.
Glove side, if you will.
Yeah, but with this North Stars team, you shouldn't really be surprised of anything, really.
Right, that is true. You got 3 D1 commits on this roster. Quinn Empey, Donovan Cheney, and Adrian Sweeney. Cheney and Empey, both members of the class of 2026, but Sweeney still got another year after this. I believe he's still just a junior. As a huge hit on the sideline, we got some scuffles happening. Whistles are going 100 miles an hour.
Possession's going to stay with the North Stars.
Yes, Adrian Sweeney is a junior. Just wanted to confirm, but yeah, Sweeney still got another year in the tank. So he'll be going to
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
You tried combining. Now you just tried combining commit and combine.
Oh, that's it.
You're trying to combine Syracuse and commit.
So he's a Commuse. A Syracuse commit. He'll be heading there after he graduates in 2027. So they got another year left of him. As another one. Sweeney back-to-back. I mean, they got to be loving what they're seeing. Adrian Sweeney. He's got his 2nd of the game, back-to-back, his 16th of the season. And we tied ourselves up. I just realized, see, that's what happens with these North Stars lacrosse teams, both girls and boys. In the blink of an eye, they're scoring like 5 in the span of like 5 minutes. And that's kind of what the North Stars have done here. They've only allowed 1 goal to the Bees here in this second half, and they've scored 6. So a 6-1 run here in this second quarter, for the North Stars with a buck and some change left before half. And they have tied things up 7-7.
And it feels like almost all these 6 goals have been unanswered. I'm not sure when it started being unanswered, but
well, you can actually look at my score sheet right here.
Yep. So the last 5 goals have been unanswered.
Yeah, 5 unanswered goals for the North Stars.
There is a flag in the midfield.
That might be a little bit of delayed penalty here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be against the North Stars.
So we're getting confirmation. I believe it's a free play here. So we'll continue. As the Bees with their first sustained attack in quite some time. And it's going to be Alessio McGrain who rips one past, and the Bees with 28.4 seconds left to go before half are back on top. North Stars trail 7-8.
Baldwinsville finally able to rebuttal.
It looks like
get a score on the board.
And that's going to be McGrain's second of the game. Looks like he's going to be the first one to score in the first half, and he might be the last one to score in the first half, depending. 25 seconds and counting, so whoever gets possession. No worries of running out the shot clock, as here's Putman past midfield. A little spin move, makes a man miss. 10 seconds and counting as Putman lost track of the ball. It's scooped up by the Bees. Don't know if they're going to have enough time to make their way past midfield. I believe a timeout is being called, I thought.
Wow. That was a pretty smart decision if it was by Beeville.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, 3.9 seconds left. You can rip one from long range.
Yeah, get a long stick out there.
Yep. Get a little Joe Malecki or Jacob Malecki action. For those of you who have been with CNS lacrosse for at least a couple years, you know who we're talking about, the Malecki twins. As look at that beautiful sunset from our sideline cam. Our sideline camera operators, we have Mason Hind and Jackson Joss down there. Jackson Joss, the captain for the modified team.
Modified warrior down there.
Modified warrior. Anyways, with 5 seconds, they're actually going to put some more time on the clock. It was 69 seconds on the shot clock, which won't make a difference. Bees have the possession, working with the lead, though narrow, after McGrain's goal to put the Bees on top and in front.
Joey, I will say you said 69 seconds and did the 6-7 motion with your hands while staring at me. So
it was a joke. All right, he's gonna have to shoot quickly as he rips that one from long range. Excuse me, sails past. All right, he's making fun of me left and right over here.
White,
get off the. No, I'm just joking. Anyways, that does it here for the first 2 quarters of action. The North Stars tying it up close to the end of the second quarter, but the Bees coming up with one last gasp before the second half, before our intermission here, as McGrain is the first to score and the last to score before halftime. We'll be back. Bees lead 8-7. We could have another overtime thriller on our hands. We'll see. You'll have to stick around. Do not go anywhere. North Stars trailing by just 1, 7-8. Bees on top. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network for our second half of action. The North Stars trail the Baldwinsville Bees 7-8 after climbing back. The Bees started things off in the first quarter hot with 6 unanswered goals, but the North Stars came back, scored a couple. Then the Bees came back with a response. Iano scored another to go up 7-2, but then the North Stars went on to record 5 unanswered, and then the Bees ending things off. McGrain had the first goal of the game for the Bees, had the last one before half to give them the 8-7 lead after the North Stars tied things up with Sweeney's rip from the right side.
You know, the view from our sideline camera as well is looking pretty hot. We're currently not cut to it, but when the sun was setting a little bit, it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the sun is no longer on the horizon, unfortunately, as it's beginning to dim, and the lights have turned on, although I think they've been on for a little bit, as a flag is thrown.
Another flag?
This is the most flags I've seen in a lacrosse game in my entire high school career.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see that. A division rivalry between two great teams, both equally physical, both just hungering for that victory, especially after last year. Beeville they won it after last year's loss in overtime. As Iano backtracks here to the 20, gets some space, feeds it in front, and a great defensive stop by Dominic DeViro as he knocks that one free.
There's some defense chants in the crowd. We got a mini student section up in here.
As I guess the flag has been retracted for whatever reason. Because I don't see anybody on the sideline. Oh, as actually they're calling it now. That's going to be a slashing on Dom Summers, I believe. Yep. So 1 minute for slashing. Actually, no, that's not on Dom DeViro. It's on Kata Mazzoli, who's just behind Putman in ground balls with 15. It's here a 1 minute man up advantage for the Bees. They've been able to capitalize multiple times here today. We'll see if they can do it again, or if the magic has fizzled out in the third quarter. From long range, Lyman thinks about it. Feeds it over right side, up top. Fits that through as a dime to Hervé, I believe, is going to be the goal scorer, as it's a running clock now, as they have deemed for this second half. We'll see. We'll get confirmation on who scored that goal for the Bees. The scoreboard is not updated. The clock continues to run. As a huge check there. I think it was a no goal. I didn't see a ref signal. I didn't hear a whistle blow after. Or he must have been, let's see, crease violation potentially. No, that's a clean goal, but he waves it off. No goal. Unless, oh, it was behind the net. Okay. That was not obvious from any angle that I was viewing that at. All right, so. Even the way the net rippled, it looked like it hit the back of the net.
I think that just might be the win there, Joey.
What, did you know that and you didn't tell me?
No, I actually thought it was a goal too. It kind of looked like one, but I see the net rippling right now, so I assumed.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't that little. Anyways, back here, as that one, that's definitely a goal.
Yeah.
We're certain about that one, as Quinn Empey rips his 10th of the season. He gets in on the action, and we're tied up 8-8. Empey from long range, the St. Bonaventure commit, from nearly 15, almost 20 yards out. A beauty from Empey to tie this thing up 8-8 with 8:55 left to go in the third quarter. A lot of 8s floating about. It's lucky number 8, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Bees looking to re-secure the lead. Working now with possession, slowing things down as a couple substitutions are made. Backtracks for McGrain, who flips it behind for DeCesar. DeCesar pumps the brakes, gets it over to Egan. Right side now, it's DeCesar again. Feeds it to DeVito. Goes back behind. Crosses the X. Looks to roll in front. Makes a move. Sneaks past Samfier, and that one sneaks through. As DeVito's got one. His first of the game. As the Bees have regained the lead. I feel like this could be another overtime thriller if given the chance. I mean, Jordan, doesn't this have the recipe for an overtime thriller? Just back and forth all game.
This could definitely be an overtime game. This can go either way, in my opinion.
Right? I mean, we could see a late stretch where either team begins to pull away, or we could see it remain like this where they're exchanging goals.
And stick goes flying.
Sweeney, stick goes flying. His initial limp there by Putman, though he jogs right off, no problem. But he got tripped up in the center circle, and that's going the other way for the North Stars. Here's Sweeney at midfield. But yeah, I mean, we could see another case. I mean, like you said, it could go either way. We could see either team potentially pull away, get a multi-goal lead, and just stick with it the rest of the game. As Empey rips that one from the left side. From the 15, about 5 yards out. As Empey has knotted things up once again. And just a great find by Hunter. Fed it through a couple defenders, and that one just a low shot there by Empey. I mean, textbook right there. He was matched up well with Sunderhaft, and again, just kind of goes glove side against Martosha as another face-off win here by the North Stars. Moving quickly. That one ripped top shelf.
Wow.
Cheney. Goals within seconds of each other.
You get a goal. You get a goal.
And the North Stars have just suddenly gone in front. I didn't even have time to write down who had the last goal, which...
My goodness.
Oh, man. So Empey had his second, and Cheney gets his second of the game.
Sticks are flying left and right. Balls are flying left and right. Guys are flying left and right. This is an amazing game, Joey.
And the North Stars actually on top for the first time this game. I was like, wait a minute, am I right about that? Yes. As Preston Cusimano going to win the faceoff here for the Bees. So they're coming the other way, down by 1. Their first time trailing so far this evening. McGrain moves quickly across midfield. Feeds it up top for DeVito, who slows down at the logo. Over for Lyman, who's got a couple here tonight. Lyman moves Mike Molasses on that last play and finally picks up the pace as he gets plenty of separation from Scammell. Feeds it up top. Here from the 30. It's to Caesar. Back now behind again. It's Lyman. Feeds it in front. Good ball movement so far by the Bees. Trying to get some separation. Oh, feeds in front. What a move, but don't know if Samfier got a piece of it. Either way, North Stars get a break there on defense. But yeah, going back to that last sequence where the North Stars scored 2 goals within, 6 seconds of each other? You phrased it perfectly, Jordan. You get a goal, as He's looking to get a goal there.
Yeah, and again, like I said, sticks are flying left and right, goals are flying left and right, balls are flying left and right,
flags are flying
flags left and right, guys left and right.
The wind's flying left and right. Who knows? Everything's flying here tonight. Before you know it, we're going to be playing Quidditch. Gotta love it when we mess around here on the broadcast. Make some lighthearted jokes that fit the occasion, as that one just bounces stick side of Samfier. As it goes the other way for the North Stars. Scammell here to scoop it up in the end zone. And the North Stars work with the lead. Samfier fires it to Sweeney, who gets pressed around midfield. He finds some separation. Puts on the brakes, fires it back for Empey, who saunters his way back to the 40. Over for Putman, who just got on the field. Some fresh legs for the North Stars. Putman makes a spin move, but he was double teamed, so couldn't get that separation on the right side of his defender. Tries to fit it in front.
That could have been a crazy goal yet again.
Yeah, Summers with the awkward angle there, just couldn't break free. Good box out there by Brady Storia as he holds Summers outside. Now back behind as Cheney makes a move. He looks in front, wraps around, just can't get it to fit in the back of the net, but Empey with the rebound. Feeds it up top back for Sweeney. Sweeney rolls around right, looks up top, Sweeney rips it from the far side. Sweeney, he's got a hat trick.
Textbook. All I have to say is textbook. Gets around the defender, shoots, scores. All I have to say.
Yeah, what a beauty from the far side. Sweeney from close range as he rips one top shelf. And the North Stars are up 11-9. Now this is where we could see things could open up with 4:55 left to go. There's still plenty of time. Things can change very quickly when you're playing, when you got these two teams.
Yeah, and we know it's been changing very quickly because the score's been changing very quickly. It was once a 6-0 Beeville ball game.
Now, if we see Zach Bice begin to heat up here late, he had one goal in the first, the third goal of the game, which brought the Bees up 3-0. But if we could see Zach Bice do something similar to what he did earlier, this game could change quickly in favor of the Bees. As this is going the other way for the Bees. Feeds that over right side. DeVito. It's to Caesar slowing down. Signals a couple of his teammates to motion. He's back behind now, Friano. Back up top. It's DeVito. Feeds it near side. It's Lyman. Rolls right. Feels the double team. Gets outside and back at the X. Rolls, tries to sneak past, but the North Stars are doing an excellent job with the box out.
Great defense by the North Stars.
Dom DeViro not letting up.
North Stars are hungry right now, you can tell.
Lyman looking to crack another. He wants that hat trick. It's that one. Oh, almost a nice little scooper down low from DeVito.
Yeah, and it almost like rolled right in. That
just didn't get the right angle, though. The Bees hold possession. That one fired left side.
Another big hit.
They're going to call it a shot, I believe. Either. Interesting there, because the North Stars are going to now gain possession. I guess they counted that as a pass, not a shot, because there were Bees on the sideline as the ball rolled out of bounds. Not quite sure what they were calling there. There could have been another circumstance. I thought the bird was flying above.
Yeah, birds are flying left and right now.
Right. I thought that was a flag being thrown there. As up top, here's Hunter, who had the first goal of the evening for the North Stars. Makes a nasty move as Hunter top shelf. The North Stars are opening this thing wide open. 12-9, North Stars on top.
Just like I said, guys are flying left and right as well.
So, Hunter, who scored the first of the game for the North Stars.
Let's see this replay.
Hunter, what a nasty move from the right side.
Yeah, he moves back, jukes the defender.
Just ankle breaker right there.
And then jump, shoots, scores. Wow.
It's a face-off taken here after that goal. Scooped up by Cusimano. Now the North Stars with 4 unanswered so far. A 4-0 run since that goal by Empey, which tied things up. And then Cheney took the lead. Sweeney extended it, and Hunter just tacks on. Excuse me for my nasal. I feel like all the pollen is getting thrown in the booth.
Pollen's flying left and right.
Everything's flying. Next, we're going to be flying in the booth. It's going to be like we're in space.
Yeah, we're going to be flying above the field and commentate above the field next.
Yeah. Who knows? Anything can happen.
We're going to get a sky cam. Camera's going to be flying left and right.
Yeah, that'll be good. Won't complain about that angle. Yes, Cheney picks it up along the sideline. Moves up top and stops. Moves back left side. Back behind for Deinhardt. Quick exchange. Here's Putman up top. Rolls right. Rips that from long range, and it just sneaks past the left side. Cheney there to pick it up in the end zone. North Stars working with the lead. 12-9. 1:40 left to go in the third. Is that one? Oh, man. Just a few, maybe a foot to the left.
That would have been a nasty goal.
That would have been a nasty goal. Top shelfer up in the upper 90 right there for you. Cheney looking to feed that one in front. A little bit of a miscue there by the North Stars as Deinhardt is tripped up. And a great forced turnover by Sweeney. He feeds that in front. Oh, man. I thought he grabbed that. There was a North Star in the area to pick it up. It was Summers, who now works back by the X. Feeds that left side for Empey. Empey back up top, and here to reset, it's Pupman. Pupman tries to do a little sidestep there. Backs up, gets some separation. Tries to examine his options. Let a play develop. Empey has some space, but he just decides to take it himself, just ripped high.
Yeah, bounces right off the goalie's stick.
I gotta say, this has been the biggest sequence of missed shots by the North Stars. A lot of them have been, they really haven't. They've had a high shot percentage. Or
and he slips.
As Killian Heffron would say, Deinhardt eaten by the turf monster. Empey, a little sidestep with the juke. Feeds that over for Putman, though. It's scooped up by Sweeney. Sweeney from long range. Oh, what a grab out of the air by Summers, but they're going to say out of bounds there. And Summers picked it up, I believe. And actually, I don't know what the call was for there.
I don't think that was out of bounds. I think he was right in front of the line.
He was. Either way, it's going the other way for the Bees as they rip that one from long range with seconds to spare as Sam
so does Sam Fear.
Ball's flying in both directions. They're like
ball's flying left and right.
But Sam Fear is fired up on the sideline. Look at him go. So 12-9, North Stars on top. 12 minutes of playtime left to go. Fourth and final quarter upcoming. Do not go anywhere. We got a thriller here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. We welcome you back here on the Northstar Network on this cool evening. The sun has set. The breeze has picked up a little bit.
Definitely a little cooler than it was at the start of the game.
Yeah. You know, it was like 75 earlier, humid. Now it's started to get a little chilly. Got to throw the jacket on later as I leave. Actually, I left my jacket in the car, so forget about that. It's all right. No jacket needed. We can brave the wind, brave the cold. As Cusimano with another face-off victory. He's like the Gabby Putman of boys lacrosse.
And this guy just ate 4 checks, dude.
Yeah.
Ate him for dinner, dude.
DeVito.
Checks are flying left
Danny
and right.
DeVito. Eating the. You know, Danny DeVito loves food, you know.
Yeah. Benny DeVito. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know either.
You're just going somewhere.
I'm just going somewhere. But DeVito.
Jokes are flying left and right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been throwing some of those in there tonight. It's just a game of flying. Of euphoric flying.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll just go with it.
It's like the wind is channeling that the flying. Anyways, 12-9, Northstar's on top. Here about a minute into this fourth quarter. Is that one a jumper?
Another one.
Empey, he's got a hat trick. Quinn Empey, his third of the game, his third of this second half. As Empey, just a little, like I said, a little jumper, just a little skip shot.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that.
The North Stars just love jumping and shooting it over their offhand shoulder.
Look at that.
Like that. Just like that. That's what they've been doing all night, and it's been working to Beeville's advantage. And it's been throwing the goalie off guard almost.
Empey with the off balance rip from the far side. As the North Stars, this is what we were saying. You said it could go either way. Could fly either way. All right, I'm doing too
You're
much
forcing
now.
it.
I'm forcing it now. Only when it works will we use it. Cusimano with another face-off victory. Yeah, Quinn Empey coming off of a huge game. 4 goals in the first half versus Vestal. And that was a dominant victory for the North Stars. This one not as dominant, but, man, this is just a testament to this North Star squad. They were down 6-0 to start, and we said, oh, man, is this going to be a tough one for the North Stars to come back? Could we see the Bees continue to extend that lead even further and maybe tack on a few more unanswered, and then Hunter answered that question for us? And he said, no, we're not letting this happen. They stopped that 6 unanswered 6-goal run from the Bees, and a huge check there as DeViro. The long stick, just a muscle on defense. He's really the engine. He's that transmission. He's that 6-cylinder engine to this defense for the North Stars.
He's the engine of the plane that's making this entire team fly tonight.
I like that. Not forcing it. It just works.
Yeah. DeVito, there's a lot of does tonight.
Mm-hmm. DeCesar.
Yep.
Gotta love the does.
The goals tonight. Oh, that was a good one.
A lot of goals. What an exciting game this has been. From the far side, there's Cheney. Feeds it up top. Empty from long range. But yeah, we said this game could have gone either way. We were worried this could have been a dominant victory for the Bees, but again, Hunter opening up the scoring. He's got 2 here tonight. Of his 4, he's got 6 on the season after the 2 tonight. But he really answered that question for us.
Yeah, at the start of the game, it was looking like Beeville was just going to run away with it, getting 6 goals in the first quarter. But now, North Stars are just flying right now. They're flying through this game. They're coasting through it.
As Cheney looking for another one.
Couldn't find anything right there.
He's chasing that hat trick. Yeah, Hunter going in this game with 4 goals. Getting half of that here tonight.
And it looks like Sweeney just went flying right into the bench.
Yeah, everybody's getting hat tricks here tonight. It's tough to keep track. Cheney, he's got 2. He was looking for one on that last attack. But here come the Bees the other way.
Hat tricks are flying left and right. You get a hat trick.
You get a hat trick. Man. Oh, and look. Napkins are flying left and right.
Dude, hamburgers are flying left and right off the concession stands.
Yeah, those were big sellers downstairs.
Yeah, I saw a couple in the stands.
I'm pretty sure Matt Cheney, Donovan Cheney's dad, had a burger in his hand as he was exiting the concession stands. As looking to rip that one from the far side. Backtrack and reset here for the Bees. Now near side. Sneaks past a couple defenders, but there's Dom DeViro once again. Oh, excuse me, that's not Dom DeViro. Looked like him with the long stick as that one eventually trickles in. A nice shot from close range for the Bees. We'll get confirmation on who had that score. Now they've hit double digits, and they're within 3 with 7:33 left to go. And threes are flying left and right.
Yeah, and that goal right there looks similar to how the North Stars won against Beeville last year. He got hit as he shot it, and they scored.
So Cusimano and Hunter now in the face-off. So 10-13 game. This thing is far from over, I will tell you that. As a face-off win by Cusimano, he moves quickly, rips that one, but an excellent grab and save. As that one actually, Sam Fear made the motion like he saved it, and it actually just still good save, just not he didn't glove it out of the air.
He just trolled us.
He got the good deflection, however, to come up with the save. Bees still retain possession, however, as a good move there. Tries to fit it inside. He's not trolling us that time. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure I saw that ball fly. I wanted to make sure I saw that ball fly. So good save there by Sam Fear to hold the Bees off. Just under 7 minutes left to go in this 4th and final quarter. But again, we were talking about that. We said it could go either way. It could be an exchange of goals back and forth, which it was initially until the North Stars began to pull away after they gained that lead. It was Cheney who got it, and the North Stars were up 10-9. Now they're up 13-10. So a 4-1 run for the North Stars since then. But yeah, Cheney really opened things up for the North Stars, and now they're starting to pull away. And we said it could be that kind of game where either team pulls away or we could see it back and forth, which it was. North Stars are beginning to pull away, but Beeville is keeping themselves in this one.
He had nothing, so he had to
as many times as they want to be extinguished, as many times as the North Stars pull out the can of poison. The bee spray.
Oh, I understand it.
Get it?
The Bees stung North Star so much at the start of the game, their stinger fell out.
Yeah, but now they're regrowing a stinger, and they're beginning to fly.
Wow. Bees are flying left and right.
Right. We'll see if the Bees can continue to fly left and right. Though the North Stars here on another attack looking to add an insurance goal. They need to get in good hands with Allstate. I haven't said that analogy in forever, and I just thought of that, and I'm like, you know what? They need to get some insurance. They need to get that premium, the platinum tier of Allstate. Just a couple more in these next few minutes, and the North Stars could be going on their way to their 6th win of the season and remaining undefeated.
And second SCAC win of the season.
Yep. That first one coming against DSM.
And Beeville also looking for their second SCAC win of the season.
Right. As a beauty from deep.
Goodness.
Nasty from Sweeney. He's got his 4th of the game. He's got 18 on the season. He's nearing 20. As I'm just letting the goal speak for itself. As I learned from the great Mark Vanette, sometimes with sports commentary, you just got to let the play speak for itself. Let's just admire this replay. As the replay is already over, but that's okay.
You missed it.
That's all right. Just need to take a time and admire what we just saw. A thing of beauty from Sweeney, from long range. As the North Stars have added, they're on that gold tier. They're not quite that platinum. There's still 5 minutes left to go, and they have a lead. It's a comfortable one, but not quite, I think, where Coach Wilbur would want it to be to say this game is over. Looking to upgrade to that platinum. Getting good hands with Allstate. State Farm.
What's with you and Allstate, Joey?
See, once I rediscovered that analogy, I got to throw it in there. State Farm, how about that? My aunt is an insurance agent over at State Farm. She's my insurance agent because I can't.
Like a good goal scorer, Sweeney is there.
Like a good goal scorer, Sweeney is there. Call or click to get a quote today on how many goals Sweeney's going to score in one single game. Tonight it's 4, maybe more. We don't know.
4 or more? Guess we'll never know.
All right, 4 for number 4. I'll take a number 4, please. As Putman rips one long range. I think that's his first of the game, so he's getting into the action. Goal for you, goal for you. They're flying off the shelves.
Got to get them before they sell out, Beeville.
Yeah. The Bees they're going to get to the counter, and they're going to be like, oh, sorry, we're all out of goals for you. With 4:20 left to go, the North Stars lead 15-10.
If you were to start watching this game midway through the second quarter, you would think the North Stars have just been all we've been talking about tonight. But no, the Bees were a main topic of the first quarter. They were doing brilliant in the first quarter, and flags go flying left and right.
As maybe fists go flying. Nope,
not in high school.
Yeah, it's their celebrations go flying.
I believe they're calling off the penalty.
So we get a replay here. Scoop up there, and it's going to be, I think, a push from behind, maybe check from behind. Not 100% sure what they would call, but I think it was going to be on the Bees, so I think the North Stars just going to decline it and stay at even strength for the rest of the game. Or did they just call it off because there was no penalty? Not quite sure there, but
not sure.
But we get a timeout nonetheless. It's going to be the Bees. Or no, actually, it's going to be CNS. They're going to regroup as they look to close this thing out and stay undefeated on the season. 5-0 North Stars look to improve to 6-0 and take down their division rival. We'll be back in just a moment. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network as Jordan's going to give us a little recap of what's flown here tonight.
Yeah, Joey, flags flew tonight, balls flew tonight, guys flew tonight, sticks flew tonight. Cheney's stick flew into 2. He flew to locker room. Like, everything flew tonight, Joey.
Yeah, we're on cloud 9 here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We flew through the clouds.
Yep. To reach the sky, to reach space. We're flying like the astronauts on the Artemis 2. Did you watch that splashdown?
Yeah, I did watch that splashdown. I saw them.
It's my neighbor saying hello
Yeah.
from down below.
Down below.
We're just all about rhyming today. We're all about jokes today. We're just
rhyming all the time.
We're just clicking here tonight, Jordan. This has been a great broadcast with you.
But
great broadcast for all you viewers at home. Thank you for joining us. As always, now that we got a little bit of a slow moment as DeVito pumps the brakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I watched the splashdown. I was at Tully's, and then an hour, 30 minutes later, they were just getting out.
Yeah.
They were just getting out.
They had to check for air toxins, and I don't know. It was taking a while, but as here come the Bees with 50 seconds on the shot clock. As always, a huge thank you to all of you viewers at home who make our games possible. You know, we've gotten some donations in the past, so feel free to donate if you're not, of course,
not obligated.
Not obligated, but it helps improve our broadcast, helps improve our quality here on the Northstar Network. Maybe get some more double streams out there, another camera. We'll see, but don't forget to subscribe, which that is free.
If you want to stay up to date on CNS Sports.
Yeah, we got all of it. Both boys and girls lacrosse here this spring. We got some exciting games coming up.
JV and varsity.
Yeah, but we try to do as many JV games as we can. That's more of, we could like to call it one of our practice leagues, if you will. It's for some of our newer members who want to get some practice in on play-by-play, color, try out some new positions. So if you tune into JV, just stick with them if there's any technical difficulties. But
yep.
As we get a timeout taken here.
And as we get a chuckle from our producer, Alex Schneibel.
But Mason Hind, let's give him a round of applause. Mason Hind, his first game as play-by-play.
He did a brilliant
job. It was almost going to be a one-man, a first here on the Northstar Network.
No one managed to have all that power, dude.
As there was memes in the Northstar Network group chat, Absolute Mason.
Yep.
As if you know what I'm talking about, the Absolute Cinema memes, whatever.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But anyways, 2:15 left to go. Northstar's on their way to their 6th win of the season and remaining undefeated.
And, Joey, we just flew through a timeout talking about Absolute Mason right there. We're timeouts flew left and right, Joey.
Yep.
Everything's flying.
I got to say, tonight, this broadcast has flown by. This evening has flown by. We had a doubleheader, a great softball game. Northstar's
a tripleheader.
A tripleheader, technically,
JV,
yes.
varsity softball, and varsity lacrosse here tonight.
Girls softball unfortunately lost. It was a close one towards the end versus Liverpool, 4-3 that final score. But a night just filled with sports. It's great to be here. Great to have all you folks at home. But yeah, we got some exciting games coming up. We should hopefully be doing the MBT Bank Stadium game where the Northstars are taking on FM next Monday at 4:30. We should be there. As that one just tried to shovel it underneath.
And it flew over the goal.
Next thing you know, the goal's going to be flying. I mean, the flags are flying. Not the penalty flags, the actual flags.
Well, both of them.
Yeah. So I guess, they're referring to both.
Oh, and the
planes are flying in the distance.
And I believe a coach on Baldwinsville's hat just flew off. He threw it right at the ground.
There we go.
I watched him throw it, and he just picked it back up.
So we get an officials timeout discussing a few things. About a minute and some change remaining as the Northstars are on their way to their 6th win of the season.
Second SCAC win.
Yep. Staying undefeated. The next game for the Northstars will be versus Webster Schrader. I will not be on the call. I believe, Jordan, you're going to be doing play-by-play for that game.
Yep.
And I will actually, you might hear me through the microphones. I'll be taking Daryl's job as he'll be heading out of town. So I'll be here actually. You'll hear me on the Liverpool broadcast tomorrow, or at Thursday, excuse me, and you'll hear me on the Friday broadcast as well. So Webster Schroeder. Yeah, it's Schrader. I think it's Schrader. But we're not quoting anybody. As stop and play for who knows what. As B's just trying to make it a little bit closer. I mean, they need a miracle, but it's doable as that one skips past. A good deflection and save by Samfier.
And it looks like it flew right off the turf, right onto the track.
Jordan's taking over. I guess positions, people are flying to different positions.
Yep. I just flew over to the iMac over here to produce.
Yep. The GOAT producer, don't tell anybody said that. As that one sneaks through. Yeah, he didn't hear that. Let's watch this beautiful replay mastery from our color comments.
And a flag flew at the end. I just saw it in the replay. Hold on. All right, let's get a replay on this.
But let's see this mastery from Jordan Petrowski, how he starts and then he slows down.
Yep, he's
look at that
spin move, centering pass. What a beauty. And then Sweeney wanted to be on the action, so the guy just flew right at the end, and then the flag flew right there.
So it looks like I believe it was going to be Nicholas Iano who snagged that goal. Now, in theory, 4 goals, a minute and some change.
It could happen.
It could happen. We need a miracle on ice moment here from the Bees, but it's possible. So I'm not saying that the North Stars are going to be simply waltzing their way. But now here's the thing. They can hold if they just make sure they don't lose. As we get a timeout taken here by Coach Wilcox. The final timeout for the Bees. As it seems like the North Stars, they're beginning to extinguish the Bees. They're no longer able to fly. We'll see. So we'll be back in just a moment. 1:14 left to go. The North Stars here with possession. And as long as they can hold out, they should be on their way to their 6th victory of the season. Welcome me back, as I just thought of another one. The words have been flying out of me and Jordan's mouths. As we got a new little graphic here for you guys. We got a little bit of a ticker so you can see some games. Obviously, our current game that we're on right now, but got some final scores from tonight from the softball and JV game, so you can keep up to date with that. As a great scoop and save by Samfier, as the North Stars probably just going to, well, as another save, back-to-back saves by Samfier. There's the JV lacrosse final score. So we're messing around with this new graphic that we're working with. It's pretty neat. Can keep you updated as the North Star is just going to be able to chew this clock out unless Beeville tries to force a turnover. But down 4, they're not going to do much.
And the North Stars just flew to victory ever since the beginning of the second quarter, or the end of the second quarter. And they flew right back to the sideline for a timeout.
Yep. Flying on all fields here tonight. Flying all over the field, flying to victory, flying through this broadcast. Thank you again for joining us. Stay tuned, as we don't got much coming up. You can tune out if you so choose, but stick around to the end. We'll give some shout-outs to all of our staff here at CNS, and it's good for us to maintain our viewership. Why not? About 31 seconds left. The game is signed, sealed, and delivered in. As we got a viewer from Russia. Well, hello from Russia, Catherine. So, well, thank you for tuning in from across time zones. I don't even know what time it is in Russia. Let's take a peek.
Well, I'll search it up.
Got Jordan Petrowski.
There's probably multiple time zones. Yep. It can range from 2:49 a.m. to 12:49 p.m.
All right, so she could be up in the middle of the night watching this game, or it could be afternoon. All right, well, hello.
I guess we'll never know.
Right? Well, thanks for tuning in. Either way, hope you're not, maybe she got up early for the game.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of NFL fans do over in Europe and stuff. They get up early.
Yeah.
It's got to be weird. I don't know. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all of you sticking with us and tuning in.
Beeville does have one timeout left, so they could probably use it.
So while we have a momentary break, refs talking things over, a couple games coming up for us here on the Northstar Network. We have, of course, the girls' LACROSSE game versus Liverpool, both JV and varsity on Thursday. We may be doing that softball game versus FM. That is not a certainty. So stay tuned for that. You'll see the story up on our page, or you'll see obviously the game going live. So. Or you'll see it removed from YouTube if we're unable to broadcast that game. If we're still trying to figure out the crew for that one. But so girls lacrosse, that's going to be at 7 on the 16th. No games tomorrow. And then, of course, JV and varsity lacrosse on the 17th, 5 and 7 respectively. As the Bees looking to add one last garbage time goal here in the final 20 seconds. As this victory looks to be signed, sealed, and delivered, and flown express to the North Stars.
Addressed to the North Stars here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium.
Address Michael J. Bragman Stadium. That one just skips by, and the clock expires. The North Stars coming out on top, 15-11, your final score. Man, I mean, we talked about it all game. Goals were flying, balls were flying, flags were flying, players were flying, sticks were flying. I mean, everything was flying.
Cheney was flying to the locker room.
I mean, everything was flying, but, I mean, everybody got in on this game, Jordan, and I think that's what led to the victory here for the North Stars. It was a full team effort. The defense was there, but so was the offense. I mean, I'd have to do a count here. Let's see. I'm just going to look at my roster right here. Hunter had the first goal. So, Cooper Hunter, Donovan Cheney, Luke Deinhardt, Dominic Summers, Deinhardt again, Sweeney with the hat trick. He actually had 4. Quinn Empey, I think that's it from what I can tell. But, man, everybody was getting involved, and I think that full ditch effort, that just overall teamwork from the North Stars is really what led to the victory here today. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. The Bees, they started off things hot with that 6-0 run, 6 unanswered to start, and then Cooper Hunter opened up the scoring for the North Stars, and from there it was off to the races, back and forth, exchanging of goals towards the middle of the game, and the North Stars just pulled away towards the end. Once they got their first lead of the game, they didn't look back. Once they got their first lead, they didn't lose it, and that's just a testament to how this North Star squad just holds out. And again, this score is a testament to how this team can not only come back from behind, but in a blink of an eye. You know, at one point we had 2 goals within 6 seconds of each other. We had 3 within a minute span, and goals were flying off the shelves. And unfortunately, Beeville got to the counter, and they were all sold out. Yep. So that does it here again from the Northstar Network. 15-11 your final score at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. A huge thank you to all of our crew. Before we tune off, just a couple more games coming up. On the 18th, we're going to have girls LACROSSE versus Victor. That will be Killing Heffron on the call, both JV and varsity, just to round out our schedule for the week. But again, as always, a huge thank you to our crew here. A huge thank you to all of our staff here at CNS, our athletic trainer, Katie Clark, our PA announcer, Daryl White, and our scoreboard operator, Chris Plata, our facility manager, Joe Howell, our athletic director, Tim Bednarski. As always, a huge thank you to our crew again, our sideline camera operators, Mason Hind and Jackson Joss, who's kind of an unofficial member, but I could see him joining in the future. He's still got a lot of years ahead of him. Of course, a huge thank you to our main camera operator, Owen Lynch, our producer, Alex Schneibel. I'm Joey Cox, joined alongside Jordan Petrowski. We're saying so long from Michael J. Bragman Stadium. The North Stars taking down the Baldwinsville Bees 15-11, and they're going to stay undefeated on the season, improving to 6-0. Thank you again for joining us. I'm Joey Cox, signing off.